Hi everyone, my name is Rorisang Sechele. I'm the singer, songwriter, and vocal arranger behind the song Treasure in Your Love by Victor. So Victor got in contact with me in 2020, I think. And he was like, hey, I've got a song called India. I think you would fit perfectly on this. Please just have a listen, come up with a cool melody, write nice lyrics. And yeah, feel free to go in whichever direction you want to. And I was like, okay, send it through. I listened to the song and I immediately thought, oh my goodness, this is not my style. But as much as it wasn't my style, it sounded very nostalgic. It sounded very familiar. And I guess that's because it reminded me of the music I would listen to growing up, or music that I had in the background growing up because of my dad. I think Treasure in Your Love, in terms of like the direction I took with the writing, the melodies, and the arrangement as a whole, is heavily influenced by, I think the reference is more, the influence is more your Layla Hathaway, the music she used to make back then. So Layla Hathaway, Joe Sample, your Kirk Whalum, Gospel According to Jazz. I'm very big on fitting styles. So as much as I am a singer or a jazz singer, I think it's very important for you to fit whatever style you're singing or writing over. So fitting the style is very important to me, and I think I spent a lot of time going back to that kind of music so that I can bring it into this piece, because I felt like that's what it required. In terms of the vocal arrangements and the harmonies and the placement of the harmonies, when I listened to the song at first, I felt that it was a bit hollow. Like it felt like something was missing, apart from the fact that it was missing a melody and lyrics. I just felt like it needed warmth. It needed to be filled. And the harmonies and the vocals that I came up with, I think really filled up that space. And I think I listened to All I Do by Kirk Whalum quite a lot before writing or before coming up with the melody, so that it could kind of like I could kind of internalize that sound and bring it into that song, or bring it into Treasure in Your Love. That's with regards to the vocal arrangement, the vocal harmonies, and choice of placement. In terms of the lyrical content, what came to my mind first was Love Found Its Way, a treasure I found in you. That was just like random. I guess that was what I felt when I listened to the music. But building from that, I really used the word treasure as my keyword, and I tried to write something that relates to what treasure really means to a person. Like, if you find a treasure, what does it mean to you, and how do you handle that treasure? So I would say the key word lyrically was treasure, and I kind of just built on what treasure is to us and how that can relate, or how we can compare that to a love that we find with someone else. I hope that makes sense. But basically that's the direction I took. That was where I was coming from. That was my creative process. I think that's about it. But I hope you're enjoying Treasure in Your Love. It's available on all streaming platforms, and there's also a lyric video, so some karaoke something can happen. But anyways, it is Rorisang Sechele. Thank you so much. I love you all.
Hey guys, hope you're good, man. Hope you're doing well. So we're here today because I just want to discuss how Treasure in Your Love came about. It's actually quite a bit of a journey, and what inspired it was also very a bit unreal, because it was essentially a drum loop, right, of I think it's Indian tablas that someone was playing on Reason, right? And hearing that drum loop inspired me to come up with the progression, right? So just hold on. So that's basically where it started, with that drum loop, right? Obviously I sped it up a bit. The song is sitting at 100 BPM. So, right, we have that going. See, so obviously it starts as a progression. But because I don't like repetition, I said, let me add a twist to this. And this is like a signature you'll find in the majority of my songs. Okay, let's try that again. That last chord fits in perfectly with the first chord. So my progressions, it's always a matter, the last chord is very important because it has to resolve to the first chord, and then you have this continuous loop of harmony. That's how I construct my music basically. So if you listen to the majority of my songs, the last chord is very important because it has to, I love the loop, the seamless loop of harmony and energy. Yeah. So anyway, I did the song, and then, I obviously, let me see if I can find audio. But basically, I played the song, constructed it, whatever, and initially it was meant as, to be an instrumental song, just piano. But, a couple of years passed, I lost the file, and I had to redo the music. So in 2020, at the height of COVID, we were all stuck inside and we couldn't go anywhere, I decided, let me redo the song. So we did the song again, programmed the drums, everything, and then it just didn't sound right. But anyway, I left it. So the instrumental as it was, I sent it to Rorisang Sechele. Right now, when I send it to Rorisang, I'm expecting just vocals, normal verse, chorus. I didn't know that she was such a phenomenal arranger and that she had such a great sense of harmony. That just blew me away, because you have the song, right? Let me just try and find it. Let's see. So essentially, this is what the song sounded like programmed, okay? So, it's got I don't know, right? That's the feel. But then I felt like, nah, I need vocals of this. So what do? I hit up Rorisang, right? Say, Rorisang, please write me lyrics, she had a mic, like a condenser mic. Not a condenser, just for stage. I think it was a dynamic mic. So she recorded the whole thing and she sent it to me, right? Now, I had mixed feelings because one, I didn't, like I said before, I didn't expect that level of musicality. I know I know her as a good improviser, right? But I didn't know that she had that sense of harmony and the ability to arrange in such a way, you know? So the vocals come in and I'm like sitting there and I'm blown away. I'm like, damn, we need to re-record this, but the ideas are dope. They're insane. Damn, this girl is good. And personally, right, I've worked with a ton of musicians, but I feel like she's the first person to really do justice to my music because, like I said, my music has twists and turns. I try to come up with original, chord progressions. It leads to a lot of weird but beautiful stuff at times. So she was able to weave and intertwine with that, and not only do that but enhance it. She says to me that I challenged her, but I felt like what she brought to the table was challenging me as well. So that was quite interesting. So after we had that, I decided, nah man, let me get some real drums done on this, okay? And so I hit up my friend Thapelo, and man, I don't know if it's God's timing or what, but the way it happened, it was so intense that he did, because he only did one take for me and I loved it. I just said to him, look dude, just keep it clean, keep it simple, and he did so very tastefully. And now we ended up with the song now sounding like this. Right? Now you've got more of a human feel to it. You can program drums as well as you like, but there's something about how everything changes when the human element of drumming comes in. And this is what I feel he brought to the music, So I was very impressed with that. And from there, man, everything else just happened. I had a lot of trouble mixing this song because, when you programming drums, you have to compensate for the fact that it's not human. So I had a lot of percussion elements, things going. Remember that drum loop in the beginning? I ended up taking it out. The shaker, I took it out. The only thing I left really from the original drum program was the clap. I felt like the clap was adding. The clap comes in when the chorus repeats. It also comes in at the last cycle of the solo. It also comes in, like I think, in the last two cycles of the chorus before we end, right? And I just did that, adding that, I mixed it very low, but I was very conscious of the fact that it has an effect. And that's the thing with mixing, something doesn't need to be loud to have an effect, it doesn't even need to be audible. It just needs to do its job in such a way that when it's not there, that it's not there. Something's missing. But when it's there, you can't hear it, but it's doing its job. That was the clap. Some of the other elements I used, let's see. So, right, let me just see. Normal synth bass. My favorite synth bass sound from Reason. It's called, what is it called? Wonder Bass, I think. Yep, it's definitely called Wonder Bass. Yeah, so turn up a bit so you can hear. See, that's one of the elements I use there. And then I used the piano. The piano I used is not a VST. It's from my, my Snow White, my legendary unicorn, my Privia PX5S. Yeah, Privia Pro PX5S. The piano sound is called Expressive Grand. You don't get it with the keyboard. You get it aftermarket, like you go to a website, download, and then you get it there. So I find this to be the most warm and realistic piano that I've played, especially at this price point. I won't lie, I love this baby, and I use it in all my recordings and I get good reviews. I take this keyboard to gigs, studio recordings, and it just sounds beautiful, man. Whether I'm in mono, sounds beautiful in mono, sounds much better in stereo, sounds good on cheap speakers, sounds good on expensive speakers. So it's really, if I could say, it's really a very valuable instrument to me, and I feel like actually it's become a part of me, so to say. It's become a part of me, so I really, 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 really love this piano, I just love it. It does what it needs to do, and man, it works in any mix. If I'm playing solo piano, I just keep it as it is. If I'm playing with a band, small band, I keep it as it is. But if maybe there's more elements, I might crank up the EQ, like +6, on the high end. And if it's gospel or rock, because you know that now you need to cut through a large amount of noise, then I'll use what you call I'll crank up the high end all the way, +12. And you'll be shocked. You'll think it sounds unrealistic, but it still holds its character. It's beautiful. I love this instrument. So that's what I use, That's some of the lines I played there, I think. So that's another element I used. Here's another sound I use. It's called Unison Poly Bend. It's from Hypersonic. And now this funked plugin, but man, it was a crazy plugin, way ahead of its time. I had to use Cubase 5, just so I could be able to run it, because with the newer versions, I think it's quite a problem. Yeah, but that's what you hear in the that's all you hear. It comes in subtly. It comes in whenever they sing treasure in your love, treasure in your love. But it's mixed so subtly that it does its job, but you can't really pick it up, Let's see if you have like headphones on. That's one of the things I used. And then this one is called SY Digitalism. So it's a sound from the plugin. This is Nexus 2, I think. Yes, I think it's 32-bit version, Nexus 2, right? So basically, Rorisang sang the song is like, I would choose you without a doubt. Then there's like this huge gap that I have to fill in. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this? Because, the vocals have already been recorded, and they're nice. So that's where I figured, let me add this sound. So I would choose you without a doubt. That's why I had to have that sound to fill in that gap. And you notice when she sings the second time, she doesn't have that gap, so I don't need to put it there. Yeah. So everything that was done, it really was done with purpose and intention. I knew what the hell I was doing and what result I want to get out of this. Let's see. So this sound, it's like a West Coast. I rewired this one from Reason. So this. Yeah, like that. That's what you hear. It's there, right? So, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's how the song came about. I had to mix it, make some difficult decisions, but I'm extremely proud of myself and what I was able to achieve. And I'm very impressed with the reception that I got from people. It was insane. I love that. It was insane, and I really felt the love, the appreciation, and props, man. People gave me props. They didn't know that I'm capable of this, and they didn't know that I had this side to me. People know me for quite a time, which is a very important aspect of my life. But there's also the aspect of me that really deeply loves really deeply loves R&B and soul. So this is another side of me, and there's more sides that I'm still gonna reveal, guys. I love trip hop, I love lo-fi hip hop, I love house music, especially deep house. I can make all of that stuff. It's just a matter of timing. So really, no, for real, guys, I really am glad and happy with the reception I got. Thank you so much for supporting the music, and God bless all of you guys. God bless you. Thanks, guys.
Hi, my name is Thapelo Mofokeng, drummer for the song Treasure in Your Love by Victor Masingi. Let me share my experience with the song as a session drummer. So, first of all, I am a session drummer, pianist, jazz arranger, studio engineer, music tutor. There's a couple of stuff happening with music. But overall, I'm a music lover. My journey with Treasure in Your Love started with Victor sending me the track. So he asked me, hey, do you want to play on my song? We go back to 2013, myself and him, varsity days. So we have a reference of how we play, So he sent me the track. He said to me, hey man, I want you to give it a shot. Let me know what you think of the song. I said, okay, cool, send me the track. I was very busy in the process, doing just a lot of these things that have to do with my work. So I gave it a listen. And I can tell you one thing, the moment I heard the song, I was like, yo, this is amazing. I have to try it out. So I gave it a shot. I played on the track, just practice, getting my stuff going. I connected with the song instantly. It just came like that. And I thought to myself, you know what, let me just record and send to Vic. So I did. I recorded a couple takes, just to kind of tweak there and there. I felt certain things were kind of, not necessary. Others I was like, no, let me just give it a shot, So I eventually landed on something I felt great about. And that process came a lot quicker than it usually would. I think this was primarily because I was connecting with the song a lot. Everything about the song just felt great. I felt like there's a part of me that I can offer to the track to make it feel great, you know what I mean? So yes, that's how it came about. I sent him the song. I was amazed by his reaction, he felt like, yes, this is the guy for the song. And I also felt the same way. I felt like I'm the guy for the song, you know. So he put it together. Rorisang did an amazing job on the vocals. I'll not lie. I really felt like, wow, this is amazing, you know. So much talent. We did a great job, you know, getting it together in our separate spaces. I'm based in Bloemfontein, Victor's based in Pretoria. And for us to be able to collaborate on a project without having to be in the same space and kind of vibe together and gel before we kind of, you know, put a body of work together, for me that really said a lot about, you know, how we kind of relate to the song and how the song moves the two of us in the same way. So, but all in all, I'll tell you, I really love the song. I hope it speaks to you. I hope it does something for you, you know. Yeah, but I want to also congratulate him. Kudos for a great job, man. You keep telling us the journey you took, you know, with the song. I think you said you wrote the song in 2012 for the first time. And, you know, it's been a journey. It only came out 10 years later. That's a beautiful story to share. I can just imagine. So it kind of feels like I needed to be in the story, but I didn't know up until 10 years later. So that's an amazing thing. Congratulations so much. And everybody, go get the song if you haven't purchased it. Go stream it, listen to it, share it with friends. Give it a listen, create memories together with the song in the background. Yeah, have fun.